just come to Bali and make a vlog?
Wait, what?
You're on my turf!
If you told me a few months ago I'd move to Bali and start a business with my best friend, I wouldn't have believed you.
But here we are!
No roadmap, no certainty.
Just a dream and the courage to chase it.
If there's one thing that we've learned so far,
Is that building something meaningful takes everything that you've got.
and we have no idea if this is gonna work. So, why are we doing this? Why YouTube? Why this crazy path? Well, the answer is pretty simple. Honestly, because for us, YouTube is like the ultimate freedom. It's a one platform where you can create a life around something that you love and be completely free. And probably the most important thing is you can inspire so many people, you can create what you want, and you can build something so much bigger than just yourself.
For both of us, this dream of becoming YouTubers started kind of the same way. A few years ago, we came across creators like Sam Calder, Jay Alvarez, Los LeBlanc, and Yes Theory, and honestly, it just blew our minds. These guys weren't just creating cool videos, they were living life the way it's meant to be lived. Back home, the way people lived just didn't inspire us. It felt like everybody was following the same path and chasing the same things. When we saw these creators online, something clicked, and suddenly we saw the world in a completely different way. Everything seemed possible.
Ever since that day, we've just been obsessed and trying everything we can to create a life like that for ourselves. And all of this with one goal in mind, to create this lifestyle of freedom where we can wake up every day and do what we love. And most importantly, inspire people around us to do the same.
But let's be real, trying to build a brand and a YouTube channel like this is insanely hard. Most YouTube channels fail, and most brands never grow. Most people won't understand why we're doing this. They'll call you crazy and tell you things like, be realistic.
And you know what? They're probably right 99% of the time, but you only have to be right once. And that's simply why we're going all in. You know what? This is not going to be easy. We don't have funding. We don't have outside teams. It's just Rob and I and a vision, and we just have to chase it. Trying to do this alone would definitely break us, but what if we didn't have to do it alone?
So here is a bit about us. I'm Will and I'm from Mauritius. It's like a tiny little island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. You've probably never heard about. Right after school, I actually decided to drop out of university twice. If I'm being honest with you, I did go to university for my parents. I just knew that like deep down, I never wanted to work for someone else or pursue any career that university could give me. So it just didn't make sense for me to keep going, to waste 3 to 5 years of my life, even if it was just for like a backup in case my plan A didn't work. Like, I don't really believe in that. I've never believed in that. Plan A has to work. Plan B is not an option because plan B is setting up for failure. So after that, I built my own content creation agency in Australia and in Mauritius. It was going great. I got to travel the world. I got to live from my passion, which was filming. But deep down, I knew that there was something else meant for me, like something bigger. And ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to have my own YouTube channel. So that's what I did. I actually started my own YouTube channel in Mauritius and it did great, but I realized that the funnest parts of filming wasn't when I was just vlogging alone. It was actually when I had my friends with me. It was kind of like a slap in the face when none of my friends wanted to come and film with me every day, and I realized that this was my true passion. Not everyone had to share it. That's fair enough, I kind of lost interest in filming, but when I met Rob, oh my god, something just went boom. Yeah, literally after 20 minutes of speaking, we decided to freaking create a YouTube channel together. It's just absolutely insane, and it shows you that if you're cursed like me with ambition and a dream, like it's just never gonna leave you. It's always gonna be there. It's always gonna be pulling on that heartstring, and you just need to keep going straight towards it because something great will come out of it. And for me, that was meeting Rob.
My name is Rob, okay? So I'm Rob. I'm from Belgium, and for as long as I can remember, I've always been a big dreamer. Someone who's not afraid to work hard and go all in on something I believe in. My whole life was about sports, especially hockey. That's actually when I picked up my first GoPro and started filming. I wasn't really a good student, and school never really felt like my place. I ended up going to business school for 3 years, but I hated the academic side. I only really enjoyed the social life, the exchange programs, and the traveling. Eventually, I started a freelance filmmaking company in Belgium. Most people, including my family, didn't really get it. But I had this vision, this fire inside me, and I just couldn't let it go. When I started, my goal was to work for a company called Beautiful Destinations. And after 5 years of taking every gig I could find and working insanely hard, I finally made it. It was one of the best experiences of my life. But I quickly realized this wasn't the end goal. I hadn't picked up a camera just to work for brands and clients. Rather, my goal with filmmaking is to inspire other people, to go out there, to travel, and to live fully. Other YouTubers inspired me to pick up a camera. And now my goal is to do the same for other people. Cheers.
Cheers. But guys, seriously, this is where it gets freaking crazy, okay? Right now we're in a cafe in Bali, and Rob and I actually met in a freaking coffee shop in Belgium. We had no idea who each other were, but we were like chasing the exact same dream, both on our side. And then through a common friend in Mauritius called Antoine, he said one day to me, dude, you have to come and meet Rob. Trust me, you guys are like the same. And I just said, yeah, let's go for it. And here we are in Bali.
Yeah, so we just grabbed a coffee, and I remember it was supposed to be like just a quick chat, maybe 20 minutes or something, but then after 4 hours, I realized we're still there, like talking about this whole vision about the YouTube channel and how we're going to be traveling the world and having a great impact and all this stuff. And yeah, so it was a bit crazy, and something just clicked in that moment. It was just crazy, man.
It was freaking game over, man. From that moment, we knew we knew this was it. What's really crazy is that we barely knew each other, but it felt like we'd been thinking the exact same way for years, like both on our sides.
Yeah, so life was great at that point, but I think we're both feeling the same way. We're missing some kind of real purpose in life, you know? Just, we hadn't found that person or that group of people who had the same vision and the same drive to create something big. And I remember when I met you, like, straight away I was like, oh shit, like, okay, we can build something big together. Yeah, 1 week later, we just decided to book one-way tickets to Bali. And here we are.
And here we are in a freaking cafe surrounded by hundreds of people looking at us like, what the fuck are you doing? It's kind of normal in Bali though to do this type of thing. So
it's normal. That's normal. So why Bali? Why did we choose this as our first base?
Honestly, Bali is one of the best places in the world for creators and entrepreneurs. The energy here is crazy. You meet people every single day who are building amazing things. You can't help but get inspired.
The lifestyle here is just insane.
You've got the beach, good weather, waterfalls, amazing gyms, volcanoes, surf. The Balinese local people are some of the nicest people in the world, and the cost of living is very affordable. Unfortunately, Bali is not perfect. It can also be full of distractions. And if you're not careful, it's very easy to fall into the vacation mindset.
That's why from day one, we decided to focus on creating solid routines. Move every day, eat clean, sleep properly, and just keep a nice balance.
We wanted Bali to be our base, not an escape.
And through that process, we've met some incredible people.
Even some guys who used to watch on YouTube, like crazy.
You think you could just come to Bali and make a vlog?
Wait, what?
You're on my turf!
I think we got it, but honestly,
I hurt my own chest.
Oh yeah?
I went full King Kong on that one.
I'm not gonna lie.
Never go full King Kong. Getting old now, you know? It's time to pass on the torch.
But on a serious note, where else would you have access to people like this? Like you can just bump into Christian anywhere on the street and he'll stop, give you advice, and
I'll yell.
Yeah, and here you don't.
I'm nice if you're not vlogging.
Yeah, just
but
don't.
If you're coming for my views, we have a problem.
By being here, we've been exposed to so many like-minded people who are eager to grow and help each other out. And honestly, how can you not grow when you're surrounded by people like this?
So, what is Rich in Life really about? Let me ask you a question. When you're 90 years old and on your deathbed, are you gonna regret not asking that girl out? Are you gonna regret not buying that one-way plane ticket? And are you gonna regret not chasing that thing that you were passionate about?
For us, it's never been about the money. We want to be rich in experiences,
Rich in people.
And rich in stories we'll tell forever.
And we believe that the best form of education comes from traveling, from human connections, from taking risks, and for putting yourself in situations where you don't have a choice but to grow.
and that's why we're building this channel. It's about creating a global movement, one that inspires people to rethink what it means to live a rich life.
Our why is pretty simple. We want to inspire the next generation to choose life.
You know, life will show you opportunities, moments that feel small, but they aren't. For me, it was that one friend in Belgium saying, you have to meet Will. And if I hadn't done anything about it, I'd probably still be in Belgium.
Look, the world will open doors for you, but only if you listen to that voice inside you and act on it. Most people won't, but sometimes it only takes saying yes to one opportunity to change everything. We really believe the world actually wants you to win, but it's on you to take that first step. If you had told me a few months ago I'd be moving to Bali to start a global brand with my best friend, I would have never believed you. Haha, let's go!
Oh putain de merde.
Oh no! My drone! I got too excited!
What are we doing here?
Will just lost my drone.
Look at the drones fucking go.
Okay guys, let's go back to MTV days. Welcome to my crib, and my favorite part is this freaking chandelier, look at this. Sounds expensive. Please don't break.
So we just went for a run in Bali and it started raining.
But here, what? C'est cool si ça serait fluide. Come on, really wake up, fuck up.
Tu order open house.
Oh, t'as commandé beaucoup trop à manger.
My biggest dream. Putain, je savais pas reparler. My name is Rob, okay?
Like and subscribe, baby.
What's going on? You know what time it is. That was the coolest freaking ass one I've ever done in my life. Fuck you. This is a freaking love, dude.
Oh là là. Franchement.
Putain de camion poubelle qui débarque.
Putain, le gars il arrête jamais. On va faire une course d'à peu près 6 km. On arrive en haut et le gars il fait des fucking pompes. Moi je vais me prendre notre donut ou quoi, j'en sais rien.
Yo, so how was the party last night, man?
Party was crazy! It was insane. It was like Project X in here, right? And Diddy. No. Oh, cut. Thank you.
We're with Mr. CJ.
What's up, fellas?
Alors, on se met notre petit...
On met les pants ultra baggy.
On a Charlot qui se met 60 rings. Est-ce que c'est nécessaire?
But this is the creator's vibe, you know? So there's a sorceress next door.
She's crazy.
Just crazy.